Hello everyone. I'm starting a second stream for the Systems Architect and Program Stabilization Lead Executive Briefing Series, session number one. And here I should make a note that we will be talking about the human systems first and foremost. Organizations, enterprises, corporate companies, local, international, global. Let's move on. Why this conversation matters? Why the role of a systems architect and program stabilization lead matters. The role begins with correct problem recognition. Many enterprise failures are misread too early. Structural instability is often treated as poor delivery or weak execution. If the problem is diagnosed in the wrong register, intervention will intensify noise rather than reduce it. The architect stabilizer will help to distinguish visible activity from actual system condition. Before intervention, the system must be read correctly. Large organizations may appear active and still become unstable. More reporting does not always improve control. More executive attention does not always improve coherence. Some problems are not caused by weak effort, but by weakening system condition. In such situations, the enterprise may need to be stabilized before it can improve. The question is not only whether the system is moving, but whether it's holding. What leaders often say first: delivery friction, repeated escalation, slow decisions, program overload, conflicting priorities, stronger noise, but weaker clarity. These are often symptoms, not the problem itself. The hidden nature of system decline. System decline is often quiet before it becomes visible. Large systems rarely fail all at once. Coherence usually weakens gradually. Decision quality erodes before formal breakdown appears. Programs may remain active while alignment decreases. Risk often accumulates across interfaces before it appears in reporting. By the time failure is visible, instability has usually been present for some time. Why normal management may not be enough. Standard structures are designed to run the system, not always to restabilize it. Local leaders may not be able to resolve enterprise level contradictions. More control measures may increase pressure without improving clarity. Existing governance may continue formally while weakening in consequence. The organization may no longer be able to self correct through its usual channels. This is the point at which a different kind of intervention may be needed. What this role is responding to: fragmentation across programs and functions, repeated decision bottlenecks, portfolio overload and sequencing failure, governance without practical consequence, structural risk building across interfaces, motion without enterprise coherence. The role exists for conditions the system cannot safely resolve by itself. What an architect stabilizer is actually doing: reading the organization as an integrated system, identifying where structural weakness is forming, locating decision distortion and hidden risk concentration, clarifying what should proceed, pause, or be resequenced, helping restore coherence before breakdown becomes explicit. The role is not adding activity, it is reducing harmful instability. What this role is not: not an additional program manager, not a delivery administrator, not a reporting layer, not operational micromanagement, not external commentary without responsibility, not a substitute for executive leadership. This role works at system level, not at task level. And why? If worked at task level, the role may not perform correctly and will not stabilize the system correctly. Therefore, this role should work at system level without getting involved into tasks. Why the role may look unusual? It may ask for a broad visibility early. It may resist premature acceleration. It may question activity that appears successful on the surface. It may recommend pause, reduction, cancellation, or selective expansion. It may focus on structural coherence before visible performance. It may sound more cautious than the surrounding environment. This is often not resistance, it is disciplined reading of the system condition. I should say, like a doctor. What executives should understand? The role needs boundary clarity. The role needs real visibility, not curated visibility. The role must be able to distinguish surface movement from structural reality. Early conclusions may evolve as disclosure improves. Some stabilizing decisions may initially feel counterintuitive. Good sponsorship protects the role from distortion before expecting results from it. Pointing at the problem side of the system. What happens if the role is misunderstood? The mandate is narrowed too early, visibility is filtered, difficult findings are softened, the role is pushed into operations. The intervention becomes performative rather than corrective. The organization loses the opportunity to reduce deeper risk. A misunderstood stabilization role becomes less able to protect the system as guardian. What value the role brings? Earlier recognition of structural instability, improved decision clarity, reduced systemic risk, better sequencing and prioritization, stronger coherence across interfaces, prevention of failure that would otherwise appear sudden. The value is not only in what is improved, but in what is prevented. Core message. Some enterprise problems are not simply operational. They arise when the system itself begins to lose coherence. In such conditions, the organization may need stabilization before acceleration. The architect stabilizer exists to diagnose, stabilize, and protect system integrity. The role should be read not as disruption, but as a disciplined response to systemic risk. When the system can no longer safely self-correct, stabilization becomes a leadership necessity. Subscribe if you like it, and push the bell to get notifications for next sessions. Thank you for your attention.